Hey, stream team. Hello, stream team. Hello, hello. We're talking tonight about Sean P. Diddy Combs's sentencing. Yes, that salacious trial, that trial full of all kinds of wild, what is it? Wild media life tales, the freak-offs, the abuse allegations, all of the wild stories, all of it. It all came to a close today, and Mr. Sean P. Diddy Combs was sentenced. And he was sentenced to 50 months or 4 years and 2 months incarceration. And that does not include the time served, to the dismay of his defense team. So he's looking at 4 years and 2 months behind bars. His team is going to appeal the sentence, but I wanted to talk to the stream team about it and find out how you guys are feeling. Do you think that's a fair sentence given the charges that were against him? What is your take on what went down? O3 Killer Player says hi. Hey, what's up? It's late. I know it's late, but it's Friday night, so hopefully there'll be still some people up late enough to ride with me. I got back late tonight. It was late. I was out and it was late. What can I say? But here I am, and I want to know about what you think, because I covered this story all throughout. You know, I covered some of the trial revelations. I covered the Cassie Ventura testimony. Obviously, there was that really disturbing video footage of him, being abusive to her in that hotel. We talked about that, and then there were some other key witnesses who were called who had some very alarming things to say as well. So we talked about all of those things. And then there was a big kind of a delay in between when the trial wrapped and when the sentencing happened today. But I wanted to, give closure to that story and cover it. Hey, Eric, I'm doing very well. How are you? We are talking about the P. Diddy trials ending, how it all wrapped up, and his sentencing, and the fact that he's getting 4 years and 2 months behind bars. And I want to know, how's everyone feeling about that? Does that feel fair? Does that feel like justice? What do you all think? I can give you my take on it, but I didn't want to just be all bombastic and come in and say what I wanted to say about it. Just some, really? No notification? Okay, that's not going to work. What? Are you serious? What's going on, YouTube? Elon Musk has returned forever. Really? Okay. Your name is funny. 4 years. Now you're saying, dang, does 4 years sound like a long time to you given the charges against him, Elon? Or does that sound fair? Well, thank you, Eric. Okay, Scott. If I'm scaring you, if I'm making you think of Halloween, keep scrolling. No need to stay around, Scott. I feel like it feels about right, because I think if he'd gotten, if Diddy, Sean Combs, Puff Daddy, however you want to refer to him, if he'd gotten a sentence any lighter than that, I feel like it would have perhaps made light of the, the trauma suffered by the women who were victimized by him. So I kind of feel like the number seems about right. What do you guys think? Screw the trial. What color super chat should I do? Well, Mr. Musk, who has returned forever, it needs to be red, don't you think? I'm wearing red. I think you should give me a red super chat. Honestly, though, I'm grateful for every super chat, no matter if it's big or small. I am grateful for them all. So do what feels right to you, Mr. Musk. But I am partial to red, especially tonight. Mr. Bradford. Okay, all right. Well, as long as it's on the errors on your and Frank and not on YouTube's, or I'd have I'd be shouting at the algo. Please do, Eric. I do this every single night, and I've done it for over 300 nights in a row, more like 350. I actually checked. I started live streaming every night on October 7th of 2024. I was checking my videos. So on October 7th, which is only a few days away, I will have completed 365 days. So technically, I am 3 streams away from having completed a full year of live streaming. So there's that. And also, Eric, I have private videos on my channel that are only available to members. There's a secret menu on my channel for channel members only. So if you want to get into that, Eric, you could do that. You could do that. If you're on laptop, go to my channel's homepage and get into it. But I will also drop that link. So right now, for Eric and anyone else who's intrigued by my private members only videos here on YouTube, you just wait. I'm about to jump into the live stream right now and pin that link into the chat. So let me do that. Hey, Oreo, good to see you. Oreo, we're talking about Diddy's situation because he was sentenced today. And I covered a lot of the trial testimony when that was going on. So now that he has received his sentencing, I thought we'd get into, I knew you would be, Eric. So let me give you that link. Hold on, I'm gonna pin that to the chat. Yeah, where is it? Okay, here we go. Where is my channel member link? Here it is, become a member. That's what Eric and many others need to do. So let me drop that. Bam, that's how you become a member of my channel. And let me also pin my donation gateways to the top of the chat because I always have to do that because I never know who's gonna show up and wanna show out in my Cash App or PayPal. So let me go ahead and put that in there and pin that to the top. There. All right, I did all my little channel business. Jerry Fisher at Red, what does that mean, Jerry? Isaac, those are some interesting emojis. Well, hello, Sai, or C. Is it C or Sai? I am Negan, but you're not the first person to ask. Do I need Foot Finder? I mean, do I need to go there? Is there really a market for that? I feel like that's fringe. Is that not fringe? I'm learning that it is more mainstream than I ever imagined. So if you think I need a Foot Finder account, let me see a show of hands. And anyone who's arrived here, please hit the like button. When you press the thumbs up, it really helps support the channel and the algorithm. So please consider doing that. Have zero in their lives with hella viewers and likes. I can't understand why that one was rewarding them. I don't know, Frank. Well, I also know that some people have bots and I don't have any bots. So I only have real people. Some people have viewing bots. So it looks like there's a lot of people there, but really they're just bots. So you never know. You never know. Or also some of their channels are very old. Like some ladies who they do what I call low effort streams, but they've been doing it for like 5 years. So over that time, they've just accumulated an audience. So whenever I see a streamer who has like huge attendance, but it looks really low effort, it's either, sometimes it's bots, or I will check to see how old the channel is, like how long they've been creating content. And usually it could be that their channel is pretty old. Or they came over from another platform. They're bringing people over from TikTok or IG or OF. So there's that. Thank you, Sai. Where are you from, Sai? You're welcome, Eric. Hope to see you in the channel memberships. And the members only content is really fun. It's really flirty. It's spicy, but in a wholesome kind of way. And my channel members are always happy when I drop new videos. Last week, I did a hot tub hangout for my channel members, and I did a pool shower little video for my channel members. The week before that was a little sauna session, so you can check those out. Really, I am Negan. Okay, so I need a Foot Finder. Is that like a whole other revenue stream that I'm just missing out on? My Foot Finder account? Okay, I'll look into it. Feet are weird. I don't think of it as anything erotic. Like mentally, it's hard for me to conceptualize that people find that to be an erotic part of the body, because I don't. But at the same time, this is capitalism. So we'll see what happens. I'll consider it. I'll go to that site and see if I can participate. We'll see. Oh, you think so? Offinator? Well, I need just a little something. I'm coming back from having gone out to dinner or been out for the night at a restaurant. So there's that. But I'm on here fresh-faced occasionally. In some of my other videos, you can see a more fresh-faced version of me without being done. Can you take me on a date? Crusty Justy, I need to know, are you generous, Crusty Dusty? Why don't you start by super chatting me, or super stickering me, or super thanksing me, or Cash App or PayPaling me, so I get a sense of your level of generosity, and then I can let you know. I can give you the affirmative or negative on that date, sir. Makeup is required. Thank you, Dartel. Okay, Dartel likes me a little done. Dartel likes the mascara and the lip gloss. Okay. Enrico. Buongiorno, Enrico. Yes, you have. Oh, I just green screened myself. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Wait, how do I undo it? That was interesting. Bubba loves feet. Okay, you guys are gonna make me think I have to have a Foot Finder account, which is so weird, but I don't know. Maybe I'm missing out on all this extra money from showing my sandals. Okay, let's see. You don't blame me for what? You go crazy for feet. Okay. All right, little Negan. Maybe I will add that to the links on my channel. Although I do custom video. So what you could do, little Negan, is you could order a custom video of the toes if you want to do that. Let me give you the link for my Stan store. My Stan store is where you can order custom content from me, like you can order a custom audio or a custom video, or you can book a one-on-one call with me. So I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show, where is it? Here's you could order a custom 5-minute video. So if you wanted a foot video, you know what? I really don't mind that. Like, I don't see feet the way most people, the way you do apparently. So for me, it would be very wholesome. So I have no problem with it. Let me give you the link for that. Hold on. This is a funny night. We were supposed to be talking about Diddy's sentencing, and yet we're talking about Metos. But such is the internet at this hour. So let me go back into the stream, get back into this live chat, and I'm going to drop for little Negan. I'm going to drop this for you. And why are you saying R.I.P. Dicking? He's not going away for that long. He's only been sentenced to 4 years and 2 months, and I don't think he's going to end up serving all of it, or he may not, because his attorneys are going to appeal the sentencing. So that's from I Am Negan if he wants to get extra foot content. Let me look at these. I haven't been looking at these comments you guys have been making. Let's see. I'm still waiting for my super chat, Krusty. All right. I've got votes for and against base 21, but I'll definitely consider it. And you should consider looking at some of the videos on my channel if you want to see me more al natural. Oreo, if you had to date a guy with a full back of hair or full 70s. Oh my God, Oreo. Yikes. Yikes. What kind of question is that, Oreo? Oh my God. I guess, I'm sorry, the back is not negotiable. He's going to have to remove that back business. That's got to go. Lock in what? Base 21. Grab B. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've never done anything like that, but I do get people asking to see my feet, which I guess is just par for the course on the internet. It's what happens. So I don't know. I'll look into it. Krusty, I don't know. Krusty, I think you're joking. I mean, what country are you in, sir? I get people from 70 different countries. I'm in the United States. We may not even be in the same country. But you can be generous, and you can, you can extend your provider energy over here from any distance. So please consider subscribing. Frank. Let's see. Yeah. I do not speak Russian, but I'm happy to have you here. Okay, base, I don't allow religious proselytizing or talk in my stream because I have people from every part of the world here. I have Muslims, I have Jews, I have Christians, I have Latter-day Saints, I have Buddhists. So I don't allow anyone to, proselytize or solicit for their religion in my stream. So I had to delete that. Well, okay, you keep calling, I'm going to time you out because you should never call a lady bruh. So why don't you take 10 minutes to reconsider? How would you feel if someone called your little sister, your mother, your little niece, bruh? It's really rude. Address a lady as a lady, sir. Okay. I am not religious. I'm spiritual, but not religious. Yes. Who was that who was asking me what color super chat? Oh, it was Mr. Elon Musk returns. He started off saying he was going to drop a super chat on me, but I haven't seen it, so we'll just see. Douglas D says, oh, Douglas, ouch. That's a tough break, Douglas. But what I will tell you is, in the spirit of being positive and always looking on the bright side, which is what you need to do in situations like this, you know, sometimes people outgrow each other. And you don't want to be with someone who doesn't want to be with you. So as painful as that is to learn, and I'm really sorry that you're going through that, it's for the best. Because if she's finally breaking away, that means there were months, possibly years, weeks, months, years, possibly, leading up to her finally stepping away where she was unhappy and she did not want to be there with you. That's what that means. So now, at least you won't be spending your time with someone who doesn't want to be with you. And on some level, you pick that up. You're feeling that it must not have been good between you for quite some time. So at least now it's like she ripped off the Band-Aid. Now the healing can begin, and now the next part of your life can start, and it could be even more magical and better than ever. You never know what's out there for you. It's a whole new chapter. You get to reinvent yourself and have a whole new beautiful life. And I mean, eventually, after a time of healing, growth, and reflection, you might end up with a partner that is better suited to you and feel like you're finally with the person you were meant to be with. So just see this as an opportunity, a new beginning, and you get to start fresh. I'm excited for you. Let's see. Let's see. Well, if you're the man to King Daddy, let's see it. You were here last night talking that talk, but you never walked the walk. Where's that super chat? Yes, first person Victoria's here. What's up? Love to see you. Got that divine feminine energy in my stream, and it's nice to see another XX in here with these Ys. I do my best, Kartik. Douglas D always takes the line. Okay. All right. So rounding back, thank you, Anthony. We're talking about the Diddy sentencing, the Diddy trial. That's what tonight's live stream is about. Cebus1995, I live stream every single night. We discuss different topics every night. Last night was more of a general open discussion and me doing a little channel business and getting the input of my stream team. Tonight we're talking about the P. Diddy sentencing, the Sean Combs trial sentencing. Because during the trial, I covered some of the testimony and we talked about some of the more controversial elements of his situation that came out in the media. And now that the whole thing is now come to a close, they've sentenced him to 4 years and 2 months in prison. His legal team is going to appeal because they feel the sentence was excessive, given that he has some time served. But that's the sentence. That's what he's looking at. And I wanted to check in with you guys and see how you're feeling about it. Do you think it's fair, given the charges that he was convicted of? Say something, being single. Yeah, well, Cecil, when I was saying he has a new beginning and find a partner, I'm not necessarily saying he should get married. Marriage is a very tricky business. But I'm just saying it's a new opportunity. When you leave one relationship, you almost leave a whole other identity. You leave the whole person you were with that person. That each person you're with sort of brings out different aspects of who you are. So leaving that person might allow for some other aspects of his personality to come to the front. He may find he gets to explore himself in a new way. So it's, rather than seeing it as just like an ending, which is painful, see it as like a time of possibility, of new beginning. It's a new springtime for you. That's the way I think you can look at it to frame it positively. Trust me, he won't do C's. I don't think he'll do the 4 years either. I do think that they're going to appeal, and I think there's a good chance they may have some success with the appeal, get him some time served and or maybe get some amount of probation. But and apparently his defense team won 14 months and the prosecution wanted 11 years. So it's in between. They were trying to get 11 years. His team wanted 14 months or a year and 2 months. It ends up being 4 years, in 2 months, right in the kind of in the middle a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see what he actually ends up serving. You're predicting 10 to 14 approximately, Graf? Well, actually, Colorado Minor, there may be, I mean, there's some irony there given some of the behaviors he was up to. Is your channel or more like talking about things? It's more like talking about things, Cebus. I do all kinds of content on my main channel. Like I have guided meditation content, I have fitness content, I have social commentaries, and this chat stream I do every single night as a community space, as a third place, as it were, where people can gather from all over the world and come here and hang out and talk. Occasionally I play music, but I've had people from 70 different countries visit me since I started doing this in October of 2024, and I've been doing it every night since. On the 7th of October this year, I will have completed 365 days or 1 year of consecutive live streaming every single night. And in that time, 70 countries. And every night I probably get 15 or more countries that come in, and we talk about all different kinds of things. So you could think of it as like a global cafe, a global lo-fi hangout lounge where we talk about cool things. And I keep it positive. I get rid of the trolls. I get rid of the nastiness and try and keep it high vibrational. So it's a good time. Consider subscribing. I am not a psychologist. So it's like, let's see. Johnson's going to see their baby oil sales plummet. Okay, that's a good one, Victoria. Victoria's got jokes. I appreciate her. Let's see. Free Derek. Yeah, like they're not giving him any credit for the time served. They're not, that's right. There's the time served, but on top of the time served, there's 4 years and 2 months as of now, pre-appeal. Well, thank you, MRT. Just a small joke. Oof. Out in his first parole hearing, maybe, I don't know when he's eligible for parole. I didn't see any mention of parole in the article that I read, so I'm not sure. You're too kind, MRT. But it's an interesting story just because whenever someone's famous, there's this feeling of like, oh, they're going to get off easy. And I don't think the sentencing would be considered him getting off easy. The judge said he definitely wanted to send a message because of the women who were traumatized by him. Like he kind of left a wake of victims. And so the judge felt like he couldn't just give him a light sentence because of that. And he also, the judge kind of wants to make an example of him and send a message that, look, he wants women to feel comfortable coming forward and know that, the perpetrators or their abusers are going to suffer consequences. So this was the judge doing what he thought was, a public service and sending a message by his own statement. I don't think you can get credit for being in county jail or federal sentence, but it could be. Well, MRT, the best way to show your love around here in this stream is like this. Super chat me, super sticker me, super thanks me, PayPal or Cash App, okay? I'm a capitalist. I'm an American girl. And in this here economy, us American girls, we're all about our paper. The way you court, the way you woo in this stream is you buy, you spend. Just start spending. That's the way to my heart. I'm not gonna lie about it. Just start spending. You think you should have got 10 years, Richard? Wow. Well, yeah, the prosecution wanted 11. Yeah, that Cassie video was, there's no way to, there's just no rationalizing it. There's no justifying it. And it's very, it's just disturbing, period. So that definitely, I'm sure that was a big factor in the reason he got that sentence. You hate when they use the Mann Act against black men, some real negative history there. Oh, really? I don't know the history there. I'll have to look into that, Frank. Well, thank you, Gerard Capo. Consider supporting my channel with a super chat. Even if it's not a big old juicy one, even the little ones, they send a message to the algorithm, they stimulate the algorithm and help support the channel and bring more people here. Last night I had over 100 people here. I had like 111 people, I think. And at the most I've had in any one night is like, I've had 300 people here at a time on a couple nights. So the channel is growing. I hit 5,000 subscribers last week. So the channel's on the rise and every little donation you give supports it. So let's go. Either hit that like button or get into my super chats, or better, do both. Trey, stop it. Trey, you guys care about beauty. You guys care about beauty and curves, and women care about your ability to provide, okay? Make my life easier, and I'll make your life more exciting. There's nothing, don't judge, Trey. I'm not judging you for being superficial and only caring about the way I look. So don't judge me for wanting you to, you know, spoil me a bit. You gotta spoil your lady. If you want someone to be your lady, date you, go out with you, give you feminine affection, you gotta provide. What's up, Marcus Ross? I mean, there's nothing not to be honest about, because there's nothing wrong with it. Since the beginning of time, this is the way it's been. We just need to own, people need to own it. Men that get upset about it are usually men who, you know, they're not earning what they need to be earning. So they're feeling some type of, they're in their feelings about their earnings. QJ DJ, hey, good to see you, QJ DJ. I hope you hit that like button when you came in. I hope you did too, Cecil, Marcus, and Richard. I hope everyone's pressing that like button. To do so, all you've got to do is double tap the center of your phone, or look for the 3 dots in the bottom, push those, and hit the thumbs up. Thank you. Diddy done? Why are you saying he's done, QJ? Christopher Berg, provision in all its forms, resources, things that make life easier. So it could be as simple as, you know, sending an amount of money to stimulate the algorithm to make it so my channel grows and I become more prosperous for my channel growing and my dreams coming true. Or it could be you cash apping or PayPaling me a little something so I can, you know, buy myself a bauble or treat myself to something. It's really just, provision comes in many forms. And at its most, like, primitive, it's the man hunting and killing the animal and bringing the meat to the woman. And this is just our modern version of that. When you super chat, Cash App, PayPal, super sticker, super thanks, you know, provision. Christopher Berg, why would you want him free? Don't you feel that he, you know, he was convicted of some very disturbing behaviors, and there are women who are victimized by him? Why would you want him free, Christopher? He didn't give her that. The hotel gave her some money, and he gave her some money to combine. The hotel that had that footage and hid it, they had to give her some money. Ooh, look at this. We've got our, my resident racist is here, Brotherhood, who likes to spell the N word out. Sometimes he spells it 1 letter at a time. Sometimes he spells it double letters. But he's very boring. But it's still engagement, sir. What you don't seem to understand on my racist little chat stream regular is that just by you typing in my type stream, you're improving the status of my channel with the algorithm, because it's just reading it as engagement. It just sees you as a eager beaver here in my stream. So even though you're trying to, you know, slur me, you're actually kind of blessing the channel. So thanks for the engagement. All right, let's see. Christopher Berg, I don't know. I think you need to consult Webster's on the definition of saint. I am not begging, Sabus, and if you think I am, you should just keep scrolling, not be rude to me. So I'm going to give you a timeout so you can think about how rude you were. You're welcome to stay and silently watch, or to never come back. But if you do choose to come back after your timeout, I'm going to ask you to not be rude. And I always ask for support for my channel because my channel deserves it. I've been live streaming for 365 days in a row, and I've done a lot of educating and entertaining. Okay, this is edutainment that I've been doing on a nightly basis. And my channel is a wholesome, wonderful place for people to be. This is a global community gathering spot that you support. So when you give money to this channel, you're giving money to something very beautiful and very powerful. And there's nothing wrong with asking for what you want. And if you have a problem with it, sir, don't be rude to the host. Just scroll on. I'm gonna need you to scroll on, and don't be rude. Okay, let's see. Diddy for Christopher Berg. I'm gonna give you a little time to think about that. Oh, the Galactic Patrol is back. You miss me. Mohammed Gamal, you miss me just from the 24 hours since I've been on again? He's wrong for what he did, however, like you say, men are supposed to be providers. He did. He paid rent, and they did not hold up their end. Well, I'm sorry, QJDJ, you're very you're misguided or you're misunderstanding. Just because a man pays a bill or pays rent doesn't entitle him to abuse the woman. So even though he paid money or he paid for some of their bills, that doesn't give him the right to then abuse them. That's not part of the deal. Abuse isn't part of the deal. Provision doesn't come with abuse. When you provide, that doesn't give you, you're not then entitled to abuse. The reason you're providing is because you have a respect and an understanding of how important and how fortunate you are to have the woman in your life. And so you want to celebrate her and make her life easier, not abuse her. So once you're abusing, your provision is at that point, it's moot. It doesn't mean anything because you're not actually providing. You're trying to do some sick exchange of abuse for resources. And that is both illegal and immoral. Part of what deal? Each two people, Thomas, are going to negotiate their situation. Some people want children, some people don't. I'm child free, so that would not be part of my deal. But every person, each two people, male, female, 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 male, male, each union, the two parties are going to discuss what their deal is. And they're going to need to negotiate that for themselves. So it's going to vary by relationship. Let's see. Okay, let's see. 2025 women make money and nothing wrong with you asking for money. Man asks for money all the time. It's just asking for supporting the channel. I mean, and also I usually don't ask unless someone comes in here asking me, A, will you go out with me? Or B, telling me they love me. So it's my way of being like, well, put your money where your mouth is. It's just a cute way of putting them on the spot because men come in and it's very easy to type things into the chat stream and be, oh, so flattering and say all these lovely, sweet words. But when it's time to crack open the wallet, things get real quiet. Then it's crickets. So I'm not so much asking as I am turning the spotlight back onto the men who are just here dishing out compliments or asking for a date and saying, oh, really? Well, let's see it then. Come correct. And that usually silences them. So that's part of what's going on as well. Rye, I'm just going to give you a little timeout because you don't seem to know how to conduct yourself in a stream. You got to type in things that are productive and that are like fun or interesting to either me or the other people in the stream. You can't just come in here with like your graffiti of text. And I've got Arabic in the stream. Hello, 6. Brotherhood, I don't know what you're referring to, but please let us all know, since you want the floor, what are you referring to, Brotherhood? DEG? A price? I mean, it's nature. There's nothing wrong with resources. Like, money is power. It's power to do good things or bad things, depending on who you are. So there's nothing wrong with wanting resources from a man. There's nothing wrong with a woman wanting resources so that she can make her dreams come true, so she can maybe help educate people, so that she can lead a comfortable life and not have stress and not age prematurely or be able to get great health care. There's nothing wrong with wanting money. Money is not negative. It's not bad. It's a tool and it can be used for positive or negative. So there's nothing wrong with wanting it in your life. We should all be trying to cultivate a great relationship with it. La 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 la. Muhammad Gamal, well, if I'm your love, Muhammad, case in point, if I'm your love, Muhammad, where is my provision? Sweeten the pot. It's easy to say love, but love is a verb, sir. Express your love in a practical sense. Let's see your super chat and support my channel. I don't really think there's anything such thing as a simp. Usually if a man's using that word, it's because he doesn't have resources and he doesn't like that the men who do have resources can use those resources to get women. So he tries to call that guy a simp to undermine that guy's financial power because he doesn't have any. So there's no such thing as a simp. There's men who understand the game and they have the money to play it, and there's men who don't. But I have to get up early, so I will say goodnight for now and I will join your page now. Thank you so much, Richard Albert. That is so sweet. I appreciate you so much. Please make sure you subscribe, screenshot the channel so you know how to get back here, and by all means, come again. Love to have you and love to talk when you have more time. Thank you for such a sweet note. DEG. Let's see. Let's see. You should watch Myron Gaines. That's the second time his name has come up, because last night I was asking people if I wanted to take the lower road and be controversial on YouTube and try and ruffle feathers as a way of promoting my channel. I said, whose feathers should I ruffle to get, get publicity and get the channel cracking if I wanted to take that road? It turns out I probably don't. But Myron Gaines is one of the names that people mentioned to me. Now, I was under the impression that he's red pill. He's a red pill person. So we would have opposite or opposing points of view. Is that correct, Outback? Do I think Diddy should receive more jail time? I'm not sure. When I don't remember. I'll have to go back and watch my live stream from when the trial was going on. I think I predicted that he was going to get, I thought he was going to get like 7 years or something like that. So, but that was because I thought he was going to get convicted of those other 2 charges as well. Now, I don't know. I think it's a fair, I think 5 years is about right, 4 years. I think this is about right, given what he was convicted of, given the charges that he was actually convicted of. I think it's a fair sentence. And I think if it were any lighter, I think it might make light of what happened to those women. So I think it had to have some, substance to it. So I think it's fair enough. What's the Candace Owens like to intentionally like rabble rouse? Yeah, I could do that, but I don't know. I feel like once you take that path, there's no turning back. So I don't know. Oh, you are really DL. Okay. You should go on this show. Which show is that, Cecil? What show? Did you do workout? Yes, I did at Akif. I worked, well, I didn't work out today. I just did like a stretching session today, but I worked out yesterday and I will work out tomorrow. You guys tell me what show I should go on, Cecil. Yeah. I don't know. I think it was a pretty fair sentence. I just know that during the trial, some of the things that came out, like some of the way the women were coerced to just completely physically compromise themselves, and they were made to have all kinds of like sexual relations against their will from their testimony. They did all kinds of things that they weren't comfortable with. They were asked to perform even when they were ill. I mean, there were all kinds of really dark circumstances surrounding the whole situation. So for him to get a lenient sentence, I don't think would have been right, because it would have been, a slap in the face to those women who had the courage to come forward and say some really embarrassing and really like revealing things. Like those women really made themselves vulnerable and put their personal lives out into the world. That's a huge sacrifice. So I think that needs to be respected. Not only women, men also, but they are not visible to public and you. Yeah, there were other people who were victims that were not named, but who were victims. And there's a lot of allegations around. I mean, he can only be sentenced for what actually was said during the trial. However, in the court of public opinion, yes, there's all kinds of stories floating around, which we don't know if they're true or not, but there's allegations about him, having dealt with some male child stars, including Bieber. Don't know if there's truth to that or not, but it's been alleged. So there's a lot of things, swirling around him. And as much as I think the jury was sequestered and, they tried to not have them have any outside influences, there is still the court of public opinion. And there was a feeling that the women that actually testify maybe were just the tip of the iceberg, and there was a lot more going on as well. I never talk on men's sites. Oh, yes, I do. AKIF. I did a whole live stream about 2 or 3 weeks ago called If a Man Must Be a Provider, What Must a Woman Do? Where I talked about what a woman's responsibility is in the relationship. And so if you feel that way, go watch that live stream. That will give you what I think the woman's role is. I try and give equal time. Although I will say that nature isn't fair. And we have an innate value, and we have an innate gift that we don't have to prove ourselves in quite the same way a man does, because we are so connected to creation, and because, you know, we birth the entire population. So that gives us a certain ground to stand on. However, even with that, a woman does have responsibilities to a man. And I talked about what I believe those are in that live stream. So if you want to see that one, go to my channel and search it. It's called If a Man Must Be a Provider, What Must a Woman Do? Okay, Mr. Roth, thank you for stopping by. Please come by the next time. Well, thank you, Jose Icho. No, I should not, Randy, because I don't want to. That's the beautiful thing about this thing called life. Everybody is different. Every woman is not obliged to have children. Every woman has no obligation or responsibility to have children. It's a choice. And I believe it's a calling. And I don't think you should do it unless you feel really moved and called to do it, because it is a huge sacrifice and an honor if it is your calling. But if it's not your calling, I think you shouldn't do it. And I think we have too many women and men who are becoming parents and should not be, which is why we have the state of the world where we have so many people who have had abusive or neglectful childhoods, and it still goes on because our society keeps putting forth this idea that everyone should be parents, and it's simply not the case. What I think about a man making that, it depends on what country he lives in and what his circumstances are, Marcus Roth. Here in the United States, that's barely enough for one person. In major cities, that's not even the like level for one person to be comfortable in a major city in the United States. Now, if you're living in India with that amount of money, or if you're living in another country, it's a different story. But here in the US of A, that is, you're gonna be very challenged. Let's see. I have to check that. Yes, check that one out, Suso. Check that video out. You go to my channel, go to the live tab, and just search it. You could search provider. You could search what must a woman do, but it's there. Okay. Do you believe that bad behavior can be passed through DNA? Behavior? I don't know. I mean, there are traits that are associated with certain behaviors that society would call bad that can be passed on. That's for sure. You're in Ohio, house being paid off. I feel like I do pretty good, but just getting started. Very cool. Yeah, I mean, the more of your assets that you own outright, and if you don't have debt, then that puts you in a much stronger position. I did? Okay, I'm sorry, I missed one. You could always super chat it if you wanted to, be brought immediately to my attention and stay pinned. Well, thank you, Dima Rod. Appreciate you. Very kind of you. So that's my take on I think the sentencing is about right. I think it's about right. It feels right given what the charges that he was convicted of were. So, yeah. Now, I'm sure he will appeal, and there's a decent chance that, some time might get knocked off. So we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see on what grounds they appeal. It'll be interesting to see. What's up, Dedrick Macklin? Hello, Dedrick. How are you? Anyone who's new to the stream, please consider hitting that thumbs up button. You can do that if you're on mobile by just double tapping the center of your phone, or looking for the 3 dots. I think they're in the bottom, and pushing those and then hitting that thumbs up button, because it's a beautiful way to support this beautiful baby channel. He had troubled childhood and did not come from a good family. I mean, there are lots of people who had that same circumstances, but that doesn't give you the right to abuse people. Like, no matter what you suffered in your own history, even if you were a victim of abuse, it doesn't excuse or absolve you from then turning around and abusing other people. It's your responsibility to heal yourself, and so you don't continue to pass on trauma to others. He will get house arrest with a gold ankle bracelet. No, I don't think so. He's going to have to do some more time. I mean, he has been he's been incarcerated this entire time of the trial. But I think he will still, even if they get an appeal, I think he'll still have to serve some time in prison, in addition to what he already has served. You have feminine quality. Okay. Well, thank you, Akif. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Good afternoon, Sammy. Yes, Papua New Guinea's back. I've had someone from your wonderful part of the world before, and always excited when I see you back, because PGM or PNG sounds really exotic to the American ear, Papua New Guinea. And being a New York City girl who's now in Florida, thinking that someone in Papua New Guinea is watching my live stream kind of tickles me. Gives me a thrill. It feels so like otherworldly. Okay, Jake, we get it, Jake. We understand. I'll just take your engagement and your watch time, Jake. Appreciate you. You're watching me, Sammy? Okay. All right, cool. And where's Mr. Cackett? Cackett isn't here. What's that about? If you're watching this on a playback, Cackett, I'm gonna be upset. So what was your dream future in childhood? Have you become that or better? I mean, I don't know. I wanted a lot of things in childhood. I feel like I'm finally realizing those things now. So, you know, the story's still being written. The story's still being written. So I think it's too early for me to say. And this is just the latest chapter. I think hopefully, if you're lucky, you keep evolving throughout life. You keep having new chapters, new evolution, new iterations of who you are and what you can do. So I always thought I would do some sort of show like this when I was really like very young. Like I remember being 10 years old and thinking I would do something like this. So it's taken me a while to get around to it, but here I am. So in many ways, yes, I think so. Nesh Kabi, hello. Hello, Liz. Mike, lots of hearts and looking. Okay, Mike, I see you. Do you get tired of us telling me what? QJDJ? Oh, what woman would get tired of flattery? No. I mean, I like it better when you super chat it. But no, I will never get tired of that. It's a very sweet compliment. Thank you. Money problem, Nesh Kabi? Do you have one or are you here to solve mine, Nesh Kabi? Can you tell us about your educational background or whatever degree you feel comfortable sharing? I studied finance and marketing in school. That's what I studied in college. What you think about black fatigue matters? Yes, Jake. My Cash App is pinned to the chat, but let me drop it into the stream for you so you can get on in there. Let me get that to you. I want you to have it. All right, so let me go back up. I very much want you to have that Cash App. This is my Cash App and PayPal, so you can do it right now. It's pinned to the top, but there it is again. I just put it in there. The Cash App is $KB1 Consulting. So go ahead and go off, Jake. Thank you, Akiv. Lady in Red, thanks, Liz. Is that a thing, black fatigue? I don't know. I know that was one of the things that was said when that horrific crime happened against that Ukrainian woman. I mean, I can say that it's definitely, you know, it's draining to deal with discrimination on a daily basis. And it does happen on a daily basis in all kinds of subtle little micro ways and sometimes in really overt major ways. So yeah, there's an aspect to it that's very draining when you feel like you aren't being seen or people can't actually see you for who you are because of, you know, superficial reasons like the amount of melanin you have, or because they have so many stereotypes in their head that they're trying to lay on top of who you are, and so they can't see you. That is very draining. It's frustrating. You know, it's a real source of stress. It can be a source of stress, and for some people, trauma. So I do think it's a real thing, but I don't think it excuses anyone from being a solid citizen and being compassionate and empathetic towards other human beings. It's just another challenge. I mean, everybody has challenges in life. It's unfortunate that this is still such an issue for humanity, but it is. And so, yes, it's a daily, it's something you deal with daily. Some people are better adjusted to it than others. I get more from Cash App, and I prefer Cash App. So you could do that. Or if you want to go the YouTube route, you can go ahead and send a super chat. And to do that, all you have to do is click the $ to the right of the chat box that you're typing into and choose either a super chat or a super sticker. Get on it, Jake. Apple Pay? Well, actually, yes, because when you use Super Chat or Super Sticker, it's going through the Apple payment network. So that's how you do it. It's through your Google account and through Apple. So all you have to do is hit the $ to the right of the chat box and then click on Super, and you can do a super thanks or a super sticker or a super chat. I look like your college bio professor. Okay. Hello, Mr. Knox. How are you? Interesting, interesting. Yeah. So that's what's going on with that. And I'm almost hitting the hour mark talking about Mr. P. Diddy, so I can talk about other things. Got it? Cecil says. Okay, Cecil, I'll be looking out for your channel donation. Jake, Cash App. Yes, get on it, Jake. Yeah. And I've got my 24-hour live stream coming up. Now, I feel like I need to promote it more. I was going to do it this Monday, but I feel like I haven't been promoting it enough. So I'm going to have to do it the following Monday. So let me pull up a calendar, and so I can tell you exactly what day it'll be. Let me get a October 2025 calendar. Let's just see. When were we doing? When can I do this? All right, here we go. All right. So we've got Monday. This coming Monday is going to be the 6th. So Monday the 13th, I will do the 24-hour live stream. And I got to figure out when I'm going to begin it. I've got to figure out the hours of it. But that's when I'm going to do it. Just trust no need to promote more. We all are waiting. Oh, you want this Monday? Really? Or I don't need to promote more? All right, I'll just do it this Monday then. I'll do it this Monday on the 6th. QJ DJ. Thank you, QJ DJ. Appreciate you. Love that cup of Java. That's adorable. So cute. Thank you, QJ DJ. Yes. You see how easy it is? Cecil, you see how easy that is? Jake, you see how easy it is? Do your thing. Go off, QJ DJ. I appreciate you. Love the way you support the channel. Thank you. Anyone who's new here, I'm going to need you to press that like button. I'm going to need you to double tap on the center of your phone to support this channel. So please do that. Please get on that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's see. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right, all right. All right, so if I go live this Monday, aside from Pokemon cards, what else should I do during the live stream? I already know, okay, I'm going to do this Pokemon card thing, which I don't even know what that means, but I'm just doing it like on the fly, like without knowing anything. Then I'm also going to do a few mukbangs because I'm going to be on camera and I'm going to need to eat on Monday. So I'll be having my meals with you. Jake! Jake, I'll take it. I'll take it. Whatever gets you here. A watch hour is a watch hour, Jake. I will take it. Engagement is engagement and provision is provision. So thank you, Jake. I'm glad you're enjoying being here. Even if it's not for the reasons I would hope, I'm glad you're enjoying being here. And you say that's why you're here, but I think if it were only that, you would have kept scrolling, because certainly the internet offers you a lot better options in that regard. So I think you actually like participating in the stream. Thank you. Appreciate you, Jake. AJ the Destroyer's here. Is the first step towards marriage? It's the first step. Engagement is, it's the beginning of courting. It's the beginning. Thank you, Jake. Please do a day in the lifestyle. We want to be taken along your daily life. Well, that's the thing, though. I can't, some of my daily life events are going to have to be curtailed for me to stream. I can't really work the way I would normally work because I'm live streaming. So there's that. But I could kind of give you a sense of it. Okay, here's how the day starts. So I don't know. I guess maybe I'll start in the morning. Normally, do it commentary. Okay, I'm waking up now. Okay, let's go to the gym. Okay, let's, you know, I could do it, kind of do it that style, if that's what you mean. All right, I'll do my best as much as I can. A lot of things I can't show because I don't want to show other people who may, like, I can't really, I work from my computer at home, so I can show a little bit of that. But I feel like it'll be boring. So I've got to go someplace. Like I was thinking of going to the beach that day or going to like a botanical garden or something that day. So at least it'll be a little bit more engaging, but I'll figure it out. I'll plan it out. Getting gas, grocery shopping, workouts. Really? Okay. I can show you that stuff. To me, I think, God, that's so boring. And also, like, it's hard to do that kind of thing uninterrupted because, you know, I won't have hands free. I'd have to do a camera setup and that sort of thing. So I have to plan out different locations so that, because I won't do one giant long stream. I'll probably do a handful of like segments where I take a break to change location and then go to the next one. So we'll see. Okay. A grooming interlude as well. Okay, thank you, Tommy G. Appreciate you. There are a lot of us. There are a lot of us. Don't get a lot of media attention, but there are a lot of us. Let's see. Boring, no other point. People are starving to see you walking and standing, and yet I get someone to hold. Okay. Walking and standing. That's so funny. It's weird to me because, but I guess I'm always sitting down, so that's really funny. Walking and standing. Interesting. Interesting. I gotta plan this out. Like I gotta do a little bit more planning. I guess I'll have to spend Sunday planning it. I mean, I don't really have, that's the thing, I don't really have anyone who could like necessarily be my camera person. I'm gonna have to use a tripod a lot, but I'll figure it out. I'll at least take you to a few locations and I'll do some walking. Like maybe I'll walk into frame and start it off that way. Start it off standing somewhere. I'll figure it out. Start off at a cafe or like at breakfast or something like that. Like walk up, let's go get coffee. I'll try and make it interesting. Vlastimi Rukami. Whoa. Thank you, sir. Where are you from? That is quite a name. I'm guessing you're in Russia, but I'm not sure. Russia or Armenia or maybe, I don't know. Definitely Eastern Europe. Where are you? Vlastnimi? Steak over cake. Yes, steak over cake. He's going to jail for 4 years and 2 months. Although his attorneys are going to appeal the length of the sentence. But yes, he's doing time. And as he has been. He's been incarcerated the entire duration of the trial. And he will remain incarcerated for an additional 4 years and 2 months as of today. Zilla Gorilla, throw what back? Throw what back? Your request? If you want me to do something, sir, you're going to need to super chat it. Your check. Oh, maybe. Good guess, Victoria. I give TV show black. I'm not sure what that means, Raymond. You can't fall asleep, QJ DJ. No worries. You can spend at least 30 more minutes of your insomnia with me, I think. We'll see. You're glad you got time. Hope he finishes the 4 years. They're going to appeal, so I feel like they might get some time knocked off, but we'll see. Maybe not. They would have to have like a really solid reason to get it reduced. They would need, you know, some legal precedent or some mistake. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. Did you like his music? Some of the music he produced for other artists I thought was actually quite good. So, but that's the thing. He was one of those people where you don't know how much was being done by other people and he was just putting his name on it and how much was actually him. So I don't really know. But his name has been attached to some music that I think was really enjoyable. So there is that. Steak over cake. I have several different arenas I work in. I work in financial services, like in a more corporate role. I also have 2 websites that are ancillary businesses for this YouTube channel. I sell product on Amazon. And of course, I'm a streamer and, you know, content creator. Anthony, don't do what, Anthony? Do you have an actual website or anything? I make websites if you ever need a customer. Right now, I have a stand store that I use to you know, I have two. I have a stand store, which is where you can buy custom content and book time with me, either coaching calls or one-on-one time or audio products or video products customized. So that's my stand store. And then I also have a merch shop, Kameen and Brandon merch.shop. And that is where all of the stream team merch, all of the merch for the people who come to my nightly live stream, we've got hoodies, mugs, caps. It's a really cool site. And my merch isn't lame merch. It's like cool clothes. I'm gonna drop the links to both the merch shop and to the merch shop and the stand store into the chat. But good to know. You should send me your information, Jake, just in case I ever want to do my own individual site. And that is something I've been considering outside of the stand store. But the stand store was a great way for me to immediately, have a marketplace. So let me get that. Let me get those links for you. Let me get those links. All right, here we go. Where is it? Right, here's the merch shop. If you want, I'm gonna start wearing the merch because I don't think anyone's gonna understand the merch until I wear it. I've had a few sales. I've had, a good amount of sales of the black hoodie. My black hoodie is probably the best black hoodie you can buy. It just looks really cool. Even if you don't associate it with like YouTube gear or merch, it's just a cool black hoodie. And it comes in white as well. There's hats, there's t-shirts, there's caps, but all of it has a cool design element. So you can check that stuff out. And then there's my stand store. And that is where all of my custom content and also where is sold and where you can book time with me, and also links you to the journal I sell on Amazon. So let me give you that stand store. All right. My store. Boom. What kind of time, Zilla? You can book either an audio call with me or a video call with me, like a Zoom call or an audio call. A date? No. You mean like a courtship style date? No, I mean, that's not what it was designed to be. Like I said, I have meditation content on the channel. I have fitness content on the channel, and I have social commentaries on the channel. So originally, I set up the booking of time for audio or video calls to be coaching calls to help you focus on goal setting or to do any kind of training related to either the meditation or fitness content. However, it's kind of evolved into whatever you want it to be. We can use that time to discuss anything you want. I get lots of people coming into the stream asking me for advice on a variety of things. I've especially had a lot of women book time with me to do like reinvention coaching, I guess you could say, because they want to kind of transform their lives in some way, reinvent themselves. So there's been that. I've also, I've done some calls with men, everything from, questions about dating and relationships and dealing with women. So it really is just your time, and we can spend it however you want once you book. I'm open to have, any kind of discussion you want to have. Very sweet, Anthony. I'm very real, and I've been doing this for like 360 days in a row. I've been live streaming every day since October 7th of 2024. So I have almost completed a full year of live streaming every single day. And I will be doing a 24-hour live stream on Monday. So that's coming up. So yeah, lots going on here. And I'm not stopping. I'm going to continue. And it's been a great way for me to build and grow this channel that is just over a year old. So ride with me. Consider subscribing. Thank you. FB is back. My Italian friend is back. Buongiorno, FB. La 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 la. It is pretty crazy. When I started, I only did I think my first one was like 5 minutes and I was scared. I think it was still on the channel. Then the next one I think was 12 minutes. Then eventually I got used to it, and I probably like the first 50 or so, it was just 30 minutes. And then I started doing an hour, and I worked my way up to being able to go 2 hours. Now I either do an hour and a half or an hour. So the longest I've ever done, I think, is 2 plus, just over 2 hours. So the fact that I'm going to be doing it for 24 hours on Monday is kind of mind-boggling to me, but it'll be interesting to see how it goes. Thank you, A-Train. Appreciate you. I love that. Thanks for coming right on in and hitting the like button. I appreciate it. Please consider subscribing and becoming a member of my tribe. I go live every single day. I've been doing it for almost 365 days consecutively. Just a few days away from it having been a complete year of nightly live streaming, and I'm not stopping. And I've had a lot of success growing my channel this way. I've had people from 70 countries come and visit me. So yeah, join the tribe. We have a good time here every single night. Sometimes I play music, but it's always a good time and a high vibration. In fact, let me play some music. Let me play some music. Let me find something good. Y'all deserve something good. I was supposed to like search for new tunes, but I haven't done that. So maybe I'll do that in time for Monday. Thanks, Grant. You're a little bit premature, but it's coming on the 7th of October. Today's the 4th. So in just a few days, it will be a complete year of nightly live streaming. What? Yeah, his past and his actions caught up to him. Yes, that is a snake plant. This is all music that is kind of like YouTube approved. This is from the YouTube creator library. So this is music that I'm allowed to use. So I stay within that for the most part. Thank you, QJ. And so far, no, I have not gotten spiders so far. What does a high quality man look like in your opinion? Aaron, woo, that's a whole live stream right there. I did a live stream called like A Man Must Be a Provider. That's on my channel and you can look into that. But first and foremost, a man must be, you know, have the means and the desire and enthusiasm for seeing the woman that he is with living her best life, being relaxed and happy and playful, providing for her in such a way that she can, you know, not have to have material concern and she can focus on contributing to create a wonderful home life for them and make her dreams come true. So there has to be that. And he has to be healthy and confident within himself so that he's not going to be threatened by her gifts, whatever they may be, and that he doesn't have any unresolved trauma from women, be it his mother or female relatives or women who have, you know, emotionally scarred him in the past. He needs to have all of that healed so that he isn't taking it out on whoever he's in a relationship with. So it takes a man who is healed and whole and financially stable and abundant and has a willingness to celebrate the woman in his life. Yes, that's another word for a snake plant, FPV. Okay, Anthony, if you say so. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you, Black PXL. Very sweet of you. What quality should a man look for in a woman? Let's see. Look for a girl who doesn't need you for. Yeah, a woman should never need a man for money. Because you can, no adult human should ever put themselves in a position to be dependent on another person for money. You should always be self-sufficient. However, the man should want to support her and she should have that expectation of him, not out of a need because she can't do it herself or isn't doing it herself, but because that's the right relationship for them to be in with each other. That's the proper power dynamic. And what you should look for her quality in a woman is strong character. She needs to be someone who, you know, has a strong code that she's living by and is self-directed and confident and who loves herself. If she loves herself and she's confident, you won't have to deal with like petty insecurities or petty jealousy or, you know, she's someone who knows how to make herself happy. So you won't be having to parent or being held responsible for things that are out of your purview. Would you have a stay-at-home husband? No, I would not. I would not want a man who was dependent on me. I wouldn't want a stay-at-home man. Because I wouldn't find him, I don't think I would find him interesting or like sexually attractive because the power dynamic would be off. I would feel like the man. It would make me feel masculine to be with a man like that. I would feel like he was the girl. Thank you, Charlie. I don't know why you think I'm so strong, but I'll take it, I guess. But I get worried when men say strong. I don't want you to think me it's too strong. I'm like feminine, soft. Strength is good, but sometimes, especially with women who are melanated, the word strong can undermine our femininity and our delicate nature. So don't forget that part. Thank you, Shandil. Thank you, Guta. I'm trouble. My smile is dangerous. Dangerous to whom? Oh, my energy is strong. Okay, good. Well, that's a good thing. You want to have strong energy. It's good to be a powerful person. Power is neutral. I come in peace. I will only use my powers for good. Thank you, Guta. If you could wake up anywhere in the world tomorrow, where would it be? Ooh, Kenya. There's an elephant orphanage in Kenya. I would love to wake up there. Let's see. What is the purpose of a career woman? Well, it depends, QJGJ. Each woman is has her own ideas about, you know, what it is that she's pursuing and why. So the purpose is going to vary by as many women as there are. I'm not sure. Why is that, Nuzret? Yeah. It's a new one. Yeah, yeah. Hi, you top is looking. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Craig. Appreciate that. Let's go back. You, yep. Send me my ticket per diem and you know, accommodation funds there. Grape Charade. Thanks, Jake. I would love to do that for you, Guta Music, but I'm gonna need you to super chat, super sticker, super thanks, Cash App or PayPal. If you do any of those right now, then I will stand. Chaos. I don't think there's anything chaotic going on here, so that's an interesting choice of words, Mr. Anderson. I remember your name, Nitu. Welcome back. Cleo, who has been through a lot, but carry it with grace. Interesting. Been through a lot. Yikes. What does that mean, Craig? I'm like, am I looking like what? Like, does it look? Does it look? Do I look traumatized? Oh, let's see. Where are you from? I'm in the United States, Anthony, and I go back and forth between New York and Florida. That's because I'm trying to understand why would someone work hard only for themselves, male or female? Well, just because you don't have a partner or dependents doesn't mean you're just working for yourself, because you may have other goals. The way you want to contribute to society may not just be through reproduction. There's more than one to contribute to society. Maybe you want to be an author. And so what you're working for is so that you can have the time and space to produce a book or great art, something that is going to enrich the society you live in. Or maybe you're creating a global community, a stream that is going to help people from all over the world communicate and share ideas and bridge distances between people. That's a powerfully positive thing to be working on and to put resources, money towards. So in that point, you're not working for yourself, you're working for a higher vision. A lot of people make the mistake of thinking the way to leave your mark or to do something significant is just simply replicate your DNA. And that I don't believe that that's the case. In fact, I think that's the least significant way to leave a mark, because insects can reproduce, roaches can reproduce, raccoons can reproduce. Simply having a child doesn't necessarily mean that you've accomplished anything. And so you can put money and resources and give your life to the greater good in ways that go beyond just replicating your DNA. That's very noble, Jerv. Respect it. This is some... Well, you think so, Blizz Wheat. All right, we'll take it. How about a like button press? Clone now his clones. Archangel, I don't know. I think you might want to question some of that logic you got going there. It sounds like you've been listening to some very questionable conspiracy theories. I don't know about the logic there. Can I put a boxing workout tomorrow? Not tomorrow. At some point, I would love to do one, a KIF, but I don't really have the training to do that kind of workout. But I would love to get that training. I've always wanted to be put through the like 12-week boxers conditioning that they do in preparation for a fight. Not because I want to fight, I would never get into the ring, but I just want to do the training regimen, like go through the full training to be in that level of shape. It always looks so impressive to me. I love watching like training montages of boxers, especially from the past, like old Muhammad Ali training montages, and even more recently, like a Floyd Mayweather training montage. I love watching those. They get me so hyped. Like if I watch one of those before I go work out at the gym, yeah, I kill it at the gym. So I would love to go through that training. And at some point, when I have the time and the right resources and the right contact, I will do that training because I want to feel what it's like to feel fight ready, even though I don't want to fight, if that makes sense. Julian, the one way to find out, super chat, and I'll give you the details. Can you please make a live stream with Rampage? I don't know, Mr. Jackson, Amaya, and I don't know that we'd have a whole lot to discuss in common. It's already available to the public for your pets. Just imagine with behind. Yeah, but you have to think of it, Jerf. Even if you clone them, you would get baby them, not adult them. So, see what I'm saying? Okay. Craig, I'm still here, my little. Oh boy. Sir, I am not your submissive. That's a little delusional, so I'm just gonna go right on ahead and remove that for you. But you can stay and continue to give me your watch time. I appreciate that. More the bouncing. Ah, I get it. Understood. Good day, Bob. Welcome, Australia. Would you date Rampage? I don't know enough about him. Probably not. Based on what I do know, I don't think we would be compatible. Not because I'm not saying anything disparaging about him. We're just very different people. So it's highly unlikely, Amaya. Yeah, but they can't start with like adult bodies, Archangel. How much for a video? Well, Julian, let me be clear about what you think the video is going to be of, because if you're looking for something lewd or nude or crude, that's not me. But if you're looking for other types of content, that is available, and I can give you the link to my Stan store so you can check out what your options are. So let me get that video. This is how you order custom video. Within certain guidelines, so keep that in mind, but it will all be explained to you on the site. So let me drop that into the stream. Check that out. Check out the Stan store. What famous man would you date? You're welcome, Bob. I finally got it. I got it right now. I'm clear on it now. You know, it's for me, I see it as a negative. Like, I don't want to date a man that is famous. I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't. I might. But I don't see that. I almost feel like that's like something that's like a negative. Because famous men are pedestalized in a way that I feel would undermine the relationship. So that's almost like I'd prefer that they weren't famous. Wealthy, but not famous. But I could deal with fame potentially if it were the right kind of person. But it's not like for some people, I recognize that if someone were famous, that would make them more desirable to them. Like some women would find a man more desirable because of their fame. I actually would find the man less desirable because I feel like his fame would compromise the relationship in a lot of ways. Corey Baker, I don't know. How generous are you? Start courting, Corey. Start courting, start wooing, start cash upping, start PayPaling, start super chatting, start super thanksing, start super stickering. Let me see. Show me what life is like as your lady, Corey. How much easier is life going to get around here once I'm in Corey's world? Let me see a little bit of that action and I'll let you know. Yes, they might be able to clone you, but I don't think they can clone an adult version of you. You feel like I date? I know he actually is not my type as far as like his temperament or appearance, Amaya. How should you make a date out of these lines? The answer, it varies, but I won't be sharing that. That's private. It's none of your beeswax. I appreciate that you have that curiosity, but it's It's no one's business, and it actually isn't consistent from day to day, so that information wouldn't really help you out. You think so, Zach? Well, I don't know if you're eligible, Zach. Are you extremely generous? Do you love putting smiles on women's faces? Do you genuinely enjoy female company, not just female bodies? Where are you with all of that, sir? Where are you with all of that? Pay for them. Wow. That was bold, a bold statement to come into a new stream with. Would you date future? No, I would not, Amaya. I mean, you know what? It's not fair. Like, based on the image that I have of him, which, to be fair, may not be an accurate portrayal of who he is. Based on the image that I have of him, no, I would not. But he may be very different than the image I have, because I know that the way media works and the way the entertainment industry works, a lot of times the image that is put forward about someone is not an accurate, representation of who they actually are. So I have no idea. I know nothing about him. I only know the image of him, and that does not appeal to me. The Kanye, I haven't seen it. I know about it, and I talked about it in my stream when I read the announcement that it was coming out, but I haven't seen it yet. Is it on, where can you see? Is it on, if it's on YouTube, I would watch it. Would you expect men to respect all women? They are good and bad? Well, there's different types of respect, Akif. Like, you expect all women to respect all men if they're good or bad, right? There's basic human respect that I think you should give to any person, regardless of their sex. Just respecting their humanity, the divinity of their humanity. Just giving them that basic, empathy of like being a fellow human who's alive and struggling in this world. I think everyone should be getting that respect. Now, what their character is like and what their behaviors and actions are like, that's going to just dictate how much more respect they get beyond that. But there's a base level of respect that I think we owe each other in a civil society. Cacket's here. Really? Where you hiding, Cacket? I missed you, Cacket. What makes you say Cacket is here, Frank? And Cacket, I responded to your email, which I was very amused by. You got it twisted, sir. You are confused. Check out my email. Let's see. Somebody literally filmed it with their phone in the movie theater. Oh, the Kanye documentary? Well, I don't want to watch some bootleg version of it. I won't do that. Favorite show right now? I actually don't have one because I haven't watched any kind of serial drama in years. I've just been focused so much on work. And then for the last year, I've been focused so much on trying to both work and get this channel off the ground that I haven't been an audience in any sense of the word. So there's that. Women have a negative impression of men for some men's behavior. Why men become dictators or misogynistic when they have the same opinion? Wait, what are you saying? Well, I mean, yes, you can't necessarily generalize either sex, but there are a lot of behaviors associated with men that are almost universal. And a lot of them have to do with the fact that you have a Y chromosome. And the Y chromosome is very problematic for a lot of reasons, but that's a whole other live stream. Did you watch The Penguin? If not, you have to. What do you mean, The Penguin? What is that? Are you talking about like some kind of Marvel Comics type situation, or what do you mean? I didn't watch it from the phone, but it came up in my algorithm. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'm curious about it. I don't know where it's being shown, or if it's like a pay-per-view situation. I forget how it's being aired, but I'm curious about it. Although I don't agree with Kanye, a lot of what he's done, especially recently, seems a little disturbed. The situation with the Italian woman that he was, I guess, married to, that whole situation is disturbing, and it looked like it might be a bit abusive, but that's just conjecture. I don't know that for sure. But I do find him to be interesting. I think he's an interesting character. At one time, I found him to be very inspiring because he just had such a dogged, like almost unreasonable belief in himself. And that force of him having that faith in himself, just catapulted him to a phenomenal level of success, to come from nothing and to rise to prominence and the kind of wealth that he has, it's a miraculous story. So in some ways he's very inspiring. Although it's clear, it looks like he's having, there's a downside to success and he's experiencing it. Select theaters, got it. I'm guessing at some point it's going to end up being available like on a pay-per-view situation on the internet somewhere, and that's probably where I'll see it. I don't really see myself making my way to a theater for it. Oh, Penguin is the HBO thing. Got it. Okay, it aired last year. No, I did not see that. Women think all men are bad because they have encountered some bad men, and you can see tons of publications of women saying men are useless, but one thing to say is, well, I mean, you're generalizing. All women don't think that, Akif, and I think most women recognize that you can't make a sweeping generalization, although there are a lot of statistics that point towards a lot of behaviors that just seem like, I guess, endemic to male nature. So there's that. Peter's here with a very like neutral smile. Right back at you, Peter. Nicole Lem, what is your pronounce? What do you mean pronounce? I'm not sure what you're asking, Nicole. No problem, Akif, no problem. This has been a fun stream. We talked all about Mr. Diddy. I've still got a good 4-ish minutes left before I peace on out of here. I don't know what you're asking. How do you pronounce my name? Kamina, if that's what you're asking. Oh. Oh, is that what they're asking, Victoria? I don't do that whole pronounce thing. I don't know who started that or why people do that. Like, I don't even know. I hesitate to give an answer because I don't understand why we're doing that. We have the English language. It's working. It's working already. Let's see. It's so strange to point. Okay. Well, thank you, the Facts World. Appreciate you. Okay. Anything exciting planned for the weekend? I've got to get ready for my 24-hour live stream on Monday, Peter. That's going to take up, I've got some commitments tomorrow, but on Sunday, I'm going to be spending the day plotting and planning for my 24-hour live stream. So I got to figure that out. So that's what I'm going to be doing, but that's kind of fun. That's kind of exciting. I'm a little nervous about it because of all the logistics of it, but it's kind of exciting and I think it'll be fun. What's a good going out day for you? It depends. Like I'm up for something unconventional and exciting, but I'm also up for just a great dinner and a walk under the stars or listening to great music outside or something. It doesn't have to be anything complex. It's really about the company and about having a good rapport with someone and being genuinely excited and curious about the person you're with. I think that's half of what makes it great. How are you gonna? I'm not. I'm probably gonna have, you're gonna get empty chair a few times and you're gonna get some mukbangs because I'm gonna be eating on camera. So it's gonna be very real and very raw. There's no way for me to like have it all polished and never get up or that sort of thing. And I don't think it'll be one long interrupted one. I may have to stop and then start again after 5 minutes or something. But I'm gonna try and keep it rolling make it as contiguous as I can. In the world these days, things have changed and you can't assume anymore. Well, I'm a lady. I was born a lady and I'm gonna pass as a lady. I'm a lady. I'm just I have 2 X chromosomes and I have all the lady plumbing on the inside. Does that help? Well, thank you, Maya. I appreciate you. Peter's smiling. Thanks, Victoria. It's just so funny. Like, I feel like I thought that kind of came and went. I know that people were asking that pronoun thing, like, I don't know, I feel like a couple years ago. I haven't had it come up. So I thought maybe we went back to just normal, but I guess not. Okay. Plan to write a joke book. Go for it, Corey. Live your dreams, son. Do your thing. Why not? Why not? I say don't let anything stop you. Do the things that excite you. The things that make you want to get up in the morning, do those. And do them often. Desert Armory and more. What's up, Desert Armory? Good to see you. Okay. Oh, for a nightclub, I see. Hopefully you don't end up like a... What? Woo. Interesting dialogue going on in the chat. Oh, is that why? Because I'm in Florida right now? I guess so. Maybe Florida doesn't do pronouns, I guess. Good point. All right, on this note, I'm about to peace out, y'all. This has been a fun stream. And the numbers did get up. Not as high as last night. But towards the end, it started to really pop. But I got to get my rest. All my spare time, it needs to go on to plotting and planning how I'm gonna make Monday magical. Thank you all for being here. If you did not press the like button on your way in, press it on the way out. And if you're watching this on the playback, press the like button and pretty please press the hype button. You gotta scroll to the right and look for it. It's next to, I think, the super thanks button on the playback menu. Push that too. Hype this stream. Oh, I'm sorry, TSC, but you know me, I'll be back tomorrow. And on Monday, I'm going for 24 hours straight, but I'll be back tomorrow night. So make sure you subscribe, TSC, hit that like button, and come hang out tomorrow. Hearts and hugs back to you, Peter. And on that note, I'm going to peace on out of here. Thank you all for being here. See you tomorrow. Good night, stream team. Bloop.